All right, let's talk about two words we throw around all the time: shy and introvert. We use them like they're the same thing. But what if I told you that we've been getting it completely wrong, and that this little mix-up has some pretty big consequences? Well, that's what we're here to fix.
So, let's just get right to it. Are shy and introvert the same thing? The simple answer is a big, resounding no. Not even close. But hey, if you thought they were, you're not alone. Most people do. We see someone who's quiet and we just slap one of those labels on them. But they describe two totally different human experiences.
And look, this isn't just me being picky about vocabulary. This confusion has a real cost. For real, it can mess with how you see yourself, making you feel like you're somehow broken or need to be fixed. It can impact the jobs you go for, the friends you make, and even how you understand the people you love.
Okay, so how on earth did we get this so mixed up? Well, to figure that out, we actually have to jump in a time machine. See, this whole confusion isn't some random accident. It was born from a huge cultural shift that, believe it or not, still echoes today.
So picture this. In the 19th century, America had what historians call a culture of character. What mattered was your inner self, your morals, your honor, your integrity. But then, as we rolled into the 20th century, everything changed. We moved to a culture of personality. All of a sudden, it wasn't about who you were in private, it was about how you came across in public. You had to be charming, bold, and super likable.
The historian Warren Sussman just nailed it with this quote. He said everyone was now expected to be a performing self. Life became a stage, and you had to be a great performer to succeed. You had to sell yourself 24/7. The quiet, thoughtful type, suddenly, that was out of style. And you can guess what happened next. In this new world of performers, being quiet wasn't just a personality trait anymore, it was a problem. It was a flaw. Experts started calling shyness a maladjusted personality. Parents got scared their quiet kids wouldn't succeed. It even got to the point where Ivy League schools were openly saying they preferred the healthy extrovert over the brilliant introvert. Crazy, right?
Okay, so that's the historical baggage we're all carrying around. Now, let's throw that out and get to the truth. What is the real difference? Well, it all boils down to one key idea. It's about energy versus fear. First up, introversion. I want you to forget everything you thought you knew. Introversion has absolutely nothing to do with being afraid or anxious. It's all about energy. That's it. It's about how your brain and nervous system respond to stimulation. Introverts just thrive in quieter, lower-key environments. Too much noise, too much chatter, it drains them.
Here is the absolute best way to think about it, from the book The Introvert Advantage. Introverts are like rechargeable batteries. They can go out, they can be social, they can have a great time, but it drains their power. And to get that power back, they have to plug into a wall socket of solitude. Extroverts, they're like solar panels. They actually get their energy from being out there soaking up the social rays. Now, let's talk about shyness. Shyness is a totally different beast. It's not about your energy levels. It is 100% about fear. It's that awful gut-wrenching worry about what other people are thinking of you. It's the fear of being judged, of saying something stupid, of being disapproved of. It's an emotion, not a wiring. So let's just put it side by side to make it crystal clear. Introversion is about your response to stimulation, your energy. Shyness is about your fear of judgment, your anxiety. One's your internal battery, the other is a painful emotion. See? Totally different. Now, this is where it gets really, really interesting. Once you realize these two things are on completely separate tracks, you can see how they can mix and match. You can be an introvert, an extrovert, shy or not shy, which means there are 4 basic combinations. And here they are. This little chart lays it all out. You can be an introvert who isn't shy. That's the social introvert. Or an introvert who is shy. You can be an extrovert who isn't shy, that's your classic social butterfly, but, and this one surprises a lot of people, you can also be a shy extrovert. Let's zoom in on a couple of these.
Okay, first, the social introvert. We all know this person. They are awesome at parties. They're funny, they're engaging, they're confident for about 2 hours. And then poof, they're gone. Because being on just sucks their battery dry, and they need to go home and recharge with a good book or just silence. They love people, but in smaller doses. Now, for the one that really messes with people's heads, the shy extrovert. This is such a painful combination. This person craves social connection. Being around people is what gives them life, what charges their solar panels, but their fear, their shyness, puts up this giant wall. They desperately want to join the conversation, but they're terrified of saying the wrong thing. It's a constant internal battle.
So you might be thinking, okay, cool, I get it, but why does this truly matter? Well, because understanding your true nature, where you get your energy and what you fear, is literally the key to building a life that actually works for you instead of fighting against yourself.
When you get this right, you can finally stop treating a preference for quiet as some kind of character flaw. You can start managing your social calendar based on your energy, not on what you think you should be doing. You can reframe being alone as a time for creativity and recharge, not loneliness. And maybe most importantly, you can start to see and appreciate these differences in the people around you.
And you know what? Even a trait like shyness, which is rooted in fear, can have its own hidden strengths. I mean, check out this incredible quote from Mahatma Gandhi. He didn't see his shyness as a weakness. He saw it as his shield. It made him listen more, think more deeply, and ultimately, he believed it helped him find the truth.
And here is a fact I want you to remember, especially the next time you're in a meeting and the loudest person is dominating the conversation. Research shows there's literally zero correlation between being the best talker and having the best ideas. Let that sink in for a second. The quietest person in the room might just be sitting on the most brilliant solution.
In her amazing TED Talk, Susan Cain uses this beautiful metaphor of a suitcase. She asks us to imagine what we've packed for our journey through life. Are you carrying around a bunch of stuff like champagne glasses and a party horn because society told you that's what you need to be happy? When what you really want deep down is just a quiet corner and a stack of books.
So, I'll leave you with this question to chew on. Now that you know the real difference between where you get your energy and what you fear, how does that change the story you tell about yourself? And maybe just as powerful, how will it change the way you see everyone else? Because that understanding, that's where it all starts.